ENTJs, the commanders, fearless leaders, master strategists, and relentless achievers. But along the way, even without realizing it, they play ruthless mind games that leave others feeling tested, exhausted, or even outmaneuvered. Today, we're uncovering the 10 mind games ENTJs play even when they don't mean to. 1. Silent power test. Sometimes ENTJs will deliberately step back in a group setting, saying little, watching everything. They aren't being passive, they're testing the room. They want to see who naturally rises to lead and who falls into hesitation. It's a subconscious strategy to measure strength, but to others it can feel like walking into an invisible competition without even knowing it. 2. Overloading with opportunities. Instead of micromanaging, ENTJs often throw multiple ambitious opportunities at you at once. Projects, challenges, new ideas. It's a way of seeing who can self-organize, prioritize, and thrive under pressure. What seems supportive at first quickly turns into an unspoken survival of the fittest test, leaving many overwhelmed and burnt out without realizing they were being evaluated. 3. Ruthless logic bomb. When conflict arises, ENTJs don't comfort. They deploy pure, cutting logic. They slice through emotional arguments without hesitation, believing facts and efficiency always come first. They don't intend to be cruel, but their bluntness can feel cold, ruthless, and devastating to anyone who is hoping for emotional understanding. 4. Pushing you past your limits. If an ENTJ sees potential in you, they won't coddle you. They'll raise the bar so high it feels almost unfair, pushing you to achieve more than you thought possible. It's their version of mentorship. But to those unprepared for that level of challenge, it can feel like ruthless manipulation masked as encouragement. 5. Testing loyalty through fire. ENTJs trust actions, not promises. They often create pressure cooker situations to test who stays loyal when things get messy, not just when everything's easy. These loyalty tests are often invisible until it's too late. If you fail, you may find yourself permanently excluded from their inner circle without ever knowing when it happened. 6. Pretending to be less interested. Even when they care deeply, ENTJs often act detached. They want to see who is genuinely invested and who only stays when validation is easy. It's a subconscious filtering mechanism, but for those on the receiving end, it feels like emotional coldness, like being left guessing whether you ever mattered at all. Yefit Rapid Fire Challenge. ENTJs love to throw unexpected questions, debates, and hypotheticals at people without warning. To them, it's a fun way to test real-world thinking and strategy. But for others, it feels like being ambushed, like being dragged into a high-stakes chess match when they thought they were just having a casual conversation. 8. Switching from ally to competitor instantly. One day, they're your biggest supporter. The next, they're a fierce competitor. ENTJs instinctively pivot based on what will achieve the goal fastest without emotional hesitation. To them, collaboration and competition are two sides of the same coin. But for others, the shift can feel like a sudden betrayal they never saw coming. 9. The cold cutoff. ENTJs are decisive about people. If you waste their time, betray their trust, or show consistent weakness, they will cut you off fast. No dramatic exit. No second chances. Just silence. For the ENTJ, it's simply efficiency. For others, it's a painful and confusing end to a connection they thought was stronger. 10. Subtle dominance plays. Even without realizing it, ENTJs tend to control the flow of conversations, decisions, and dynamics. They instinctively assume leadership in every environment. It's not always intentional dominance, it's just how they operate. But for many around them, it can feel like being pulled into a powerful orbit where the ENTJ is always setting the terms. ENTJs don't play mind games because they're evil or manipulative. They play them because their minds are wired for efficiency, leadership, and results. Their games are a side effect of their constant drive for strength in themselves and in everyone around them. If you can survive their mind games, you'll earn one of the most loyal strategic allies you could ever have. But if you fold under pressure, don't expect a second chance. Hit like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments. Have you ever been caught in an ENTJ's mind games? We want to hear your stories.